A blessed day mga kaibigan. Ako po si Tech Shider. At muling narito para ibahagi ang video ng ating mahal na Inang Reynang Helen Abdurajak. Ibinuod ng ating mahal na Inang Reynang Helen na ang kanyang misyon ay ang pagbawi sa lahat ng holy asset at lahat ng ari-arian ng Sultan of Sulu at Hilagang Borneo. Ibinunyag ng ating mahal na Inang Reynang Helen ang katiwaliang nangyayari na ang Integris MNLF, MILF, at Armed Forces of the Philippines ay pawang mga puppet ng Office of the Presidential Advisor on the Peace Process o OPPAP ng Malacanang. Isiniwalat din ng ating mahal na Inang Reynang Helen ang pagkabilanggo ni Maas, hanggang sa kopkopin ang kriminal na ito nila Sara Duterte. Ang original video ay inyo pong mapapanood sa kanilang official YouTube channel, na akin pong inilink sa video description. All credit po sa ating beloved Princess Putria Mariam Aljam, at Her Royal Majesty Queen Helen Abdurajak.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Live from our Imperial News TV, this is Queen Helen Abdurajak Elizabeth III, Game of Thrones, Season 1, Episode 9. Good afternoon to all the world. I'm sure that you had been watching me all the time from the start that I have my new series in my broadcast. Now you can see the difference of me and how I am trying to really expound all the things that I have done in this mission. As we say, the focal point of reference of this mission is the recovery of all the assets, of all the properties of the Sultan of Sulu and North Borneo, of the Royal Hashemite Sultanate of Sulu and Sabah. So many claimants, as we say, we have tackled all of them. And I know I have all names written, and I have pictures, and that you can refer to the publicity since 2009 up to today. So, with all the support groups of the different personalities that have projected Queen Helen Abdurajak to the world has finally been seen by the global earth. Welcome to all the family that contacted me since the other day. For your commendation, thank you. For your appreciation and your support, my deep gratitude. Because now you see who is who. Forget about those people that they thought it's just because they are the blood of the Sultan. Then they will be acknowledged, they will be validated, they will be confirmed. No. The thing is, there is a council, a supreme council all over the globe. Other than that, there are elders in the 7th layer up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, up to the heavens. And we have 7 layers below, up to the Lemurians. And side of me, I have 7. And side of me, on the left, I have 7. So the access of power of the divinity has been installed with the Queen of the Universum Magnum. It's not the access of evil that Gloria Arroyo been trying to implement through the killings and through the conspiracy by selling our oil and gas, our sovereignty to the foreign land. It is over now, as we see, as I have broadcast day by day. Now, we have tackled about the code of 10-10-10. So, in the year of 2010, every day is a series of programs that I have really to do so. So, that is the start that we have our own gatherings in Kabakan. So we were able to gather a lot of Muslims, Christian, to attend in Kabakan. By there, we have properly coordinated with the mayors, with the governors, and present ourselves as the Sultanate of Sulu and Sabah, as Rajamamay, and I am as Queen Helen from Takurong City. So that's where Rajamamay gained the adoption of recognition because I am from Mindanao. That is also where I surpass the program of the OPPAP because all their processor, all their team are coming from different countries but not from Mindanao or from Sulu. They are just there as mandated by the packagers, by the funders to fix Mindanao. I am a Mindanaoan. I am from Ligwasan, so I know how to deal with the problems. Dissection, identification of the problem, that is the first thing and foremost that we should do before we can find a solution. We cannot do anything without knowing the problems. So what is then the problem of Mindanao? The problem of Mindanao is the continuous killings, continuous violence, continuous guns and bullets everywhere. So all of this are needed to be addressed. And OPPAP by then has been working so hard to put peace. But however, they just look at the claimants. They did not delve further. They did not go deeper. That the real problem is that they do not address the problem properly to be able to stop the killing. So when I was doing my investigation, the only thing that struck me was that I was told by old people, if you can put back the true Sultan of Maguindanao, the true Sultan of Sulu, then you will win. But didn't know really that I am already on the process of making the confirmation from the ground of the process on how to document genuinely Rajamamay as the heir and successor of the throne of the Sultanate of Sulu and North Borneo, and how Ama Pandala Pasandalan give me that power and authority. You know, for how many years he had been going to that place wherein he is waiting for me to surface. And that is the mystical side that the old man would always go to that house checking if there is already someone that arrived. So when I arrived, they knew already. I was checked with my palm, with my tongue, with my plantar in the feet, with all the things that you would want to see, and that there I have seen that the enchanted were already recognizing the queen and the king. He knew that I am from Takurong. He knew that my lineage, and he even told that he was the one who brought my parents to Mindanao. That is the physical parents that I am telling you. And he knows the secret that he just whispered to me, but that is the thing that they cannot get in me. The story of life, the secret of life that needed to be protected as the keeper of the code. Have you realized it now? After the episodes of 01 to 8, I had been working so hard day and night, trying to let you see the importance of believing yourself, for having yourself go back to the true one God, to the true Allah. Everyone is searching for truth, and everyone wanted to find the truth. At my own accord, when Ama Pandala finally recognized me and recognized Ama Ali as his cousin, immediately I really jump off in my feet and say, this is it. Because from there I have seen how he just catch the stone as a remembrance of that appearance of the enchanted in front of us. That stone was stolen from me, but let it be. There is no power in it already. And I know that this is the thing that everyone would like to steal from the true heirs and successors. That power that belongs to the enchanted, to the incant spirit, that are inside the physical body of the chosen one to lead the Sultanate of Maguindanao, to lead the Sultanate of Sulu, to lead the Sultanate of Lanao, of the Rajabuayan, of Zamboanga, of Sulu and North Borneo. All of this, of the entire archipelago, of Luzon Federation, of Panay Federations, of Visayas, up to the whole entire global earth. See how things work out. In year 2010, that was the time of life and death. In trying to really find the solution, we were able to encounter Rodrigo Pavilion. He presented himself as a strong combatant of MNLF, but only to find out that he was given the power and authority and being used by Maas because of his ability to collect money and send it to the old man and to those in NLF who would like to survive. So from there, I have seen how he sells rank of MNLF. General. To become a general is just 5,000. That is an insult to the armed forces of the Philippines. That is an insult. And I don't want this to continue on and on. That's why, Your Wrath, we have surrendered it back to the rule of law of the Federal Republic of the Philippines as a respect to the Commanding-in-Chief, no other than the President of the Federal Republic of the Philippine Islands and the Commanding-in-Chief of the Federal Republic of Lupusum. This is not just the way they have in their mind. We need to be legit in our workmanship. That's why we can still continue. In a little time, it will be fixed. Be patient. Be patient. Do not provoke. Do not do something. Because all of this has proper documentation as stipulated in the royal decrees, and this is with lateral coordination in its major agencies. Look, we are here trying to put legitimacy on what we are trying to do. And then at this edge, we already reinstalled the President of the Federal Republic of Philippines. The Federal Republic of Lupasug is there. We have intact royal family. And as you know, the integris MNLF, the integris MILF in the armed forces of the Philippines are just puppets being used as the frontliner at the expense of the officials. They are just doing this so that Muslim against Muslim can fight each other. And who is giving the salary of the integris? It's the office of the Presidential Advisor for Peace Process. They are not organic in the armed forces of the Philippines. You know, we have been misled all along. We have been the slave of these people because no one has ever fight for this, for our fairness, for us to stand on our own. Maa said self-determination. Maa said self-governance. But what have you done? Who imprisoned Maas? It is in the document by Gloria. And who harbored the criminal? Duterte. Sara. So can you identify now the legality and the criminality? That even you people did not know that you are now at the public eye because there is a document to prove. What if you are harboring a faker, a traitor, and just holding the name, the masquerade? That is triple crime. Even so, if they are still the true faces, the true identity, yet they are still liable into the court of law of the sovereign court. 2010, I could imagine that even our sleep, we are endangered. Because day and night, my 4 phones keep on ringing. I can hear a politician shouting at me, attacking me. I can hear the MNLF official trying to blame me, the MILF harassing me, and all the claimants spatting on me. But I did not stop in there. I was able to feel even when the van already there that we will be sucked out already, chop, and be fed to the tigers of the zoo. Imagine that. Imagine how you tried to hurt the missionary. I am in my own place, but I was never accepted in my own hometown. Because of you claimants who pretended that you are the true one upon holding to your great relationship with the head of state of Malaysia, the kings of Saudi Arabia, and all of this. But the tenure is tenure because we know that the end of Mapilindo is coming in September 16, 2013. So in 2010, I have traveled in Liguasan, Mars, meeting all the Pentagon group that has been written in the documents of Gloria. So therefore, all of this, meeting Kagi Samir, meeting Ombrakato, meeting Kaka Adan Abdullah, all of this are exact, specific mission that could prove that your OPPAP is not productive in your putting peace and order in Mindanao. See? I had been through that everywhere I go, the emissary of destruction are already there with all their saliva telling that we are just the faker and that the true one is Pax Mangudadato, the Ampatuan, the Masturas, the Sakurtans, the Kirams that they have. But when Professor Normiswari already called me, I know that they cannot blame me for knowing the truth that they have already weakened their defenses after the death of Professor Normiswari. See? I know what I am doing. So Gloria imprisoned Maas. Maas was given amnesty. By whom? Ramos know if he is still alive. And all of this are being done, the building of the case against humanity. That is where you are. That's why I told you there was supposedly no more election in 2016 or the election with Gloria. But you continued, even with Pinoy, you continued. It's okay. And now you continued by putting the barangay election, despite of the fact that you are already at the walls that you can just scratch your back and your head because there's no fund to have your election. If there is funding, then we will add on to the violations that the office of the president and the electoral government to have all this settled in the court of law. Besides, reinstalled president, you have no face. You have no guts. Because you want your claim to continue in the defiance of the true heirs and successors. We have survived poison. We have survived state ambush. We have survived framed up. And most of all, we have survived the day-to-day attack of our morals, of the mockery of those people with no education, except that they are being pushed by the programmer, the packager, because they say they are the wonder boy, they are the signatory, they are the sons and daughters of their fathers and mothers. Yet they do not know that this will be the basis for them to be arrested and put to jail for maliciously presuming that they are the signatory. They are all under the litigation of the Supreme Court of the entire world. We have our court. We have the commander-in-chief. We have the supreme commander as tasked by the royal family to do so. Now they say some, and I was really laughing when I was confronted here in Malaysia, that those people that I am with, and I have a document to that, and I am so sorry, but never mind. Although it hurts me so much, because I was really spatted in my face. Oh, you are the client of this? Oh, yes, I am the client. But when I have put my card and say, I am Queen Helen Abdurajak, and I have this, I have this, I have this. So what can you do now? You become the liars, not me. Please, please, before you have to draw out any word from your mouth in relation to the royal family, because this is not my time alone. This is the time of the divinity in me. That is the different story of what we have been doing. So 2011, it is the time wherein the cry out of our ancient ancestors could be heard, wherein I would always hear Ama Pandala talking to the twin with Angel Gabriel, mandating me to go to China, to go to Malaysia. Why? Because they themselves work already in bringing all of these documents, and even they just come in and declare, but because the fight becomes so strong with Siroy, so we got delayed, and those blockage, those packagers and programmers belonging to the house of Siroy. I have to congratulate you, because from there, I could really say, you won against me, you won against me, Rhadaa, or that is a temporary winning wherein your soul will never win because you will be put on the fire of hell. So you are trying to tell me, and you are angry hearing this from me, because this is the physical truth. Because you are all contributory to the Sabbath stand-up, Sambuanga stand-up, 44 Sapnan sacrifice, Marawi siege, the declaration of the martial law illegally by the President Duterte, and by the Paglas stand-up by Mariam Mangudadato as the governor. Now they are continuously harassing, threatening the Sultan of Maguindanao. That is the showcase of the evil mind you have. Yes, you are beautiful, you are all handsome, but what is the inner part of this? Full of spiteful mouth, full of moral dirtiness. Yalla, at least we know what you are doing. Nonetheless, this is the primary concern now of the mothers, to really have to rehabilitate the mind fixation of the young generation. Other than that, we know that we are now in the extreme preparation on how to help all those that have been with this, because, you know, it can be reactivated. We tried to stop you, but many top leaders now are asking for forgiveness for all of us that did not go through this one. I have mine. I suffered quite a lot in Sulu. But that is not an ordinary struggle. That was life and death. And that is the second time that I have to revive Rajamamay to be alive. Imagine what you have done to me. So October 2020, the blood compact. Comes November. After that, we have a huge gathering in Kabakan, so I was able to have my consultative measure in all the players in Ligwas and Mars. But for OPPAP, they just have to handpick all of those that they would like to be there as a player with millions of pesos funding. And I have seen them at Impiana. They cannot just face me because the funder, the programmer, is the same that had brought me to Malaysia. Because they thought that they can also maneuver me at their own machinations. But Queen has the mind. The Queen has the ability to refute, dispute, and contest if you are not telling me the truth and if you are not the one entrusted to me by our grandfathers. So, my godfather, Angel Gabriel, after this one, no money at all, I was able to make a final stand in the vow in my declaration of the Dragon Age in November 11, 2011. So therefore, this is now the showcase of the codes 999 in combat with 666, 10 in combat with the claimants Sultan Sulu and Sultan Maguindanao and all the claimants belonging to the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region of Muslim Mindanao. Because I was armed. It was I who made the blood compact and the territorial domain of the Sultanate of Maguindanao to prove that we are physically the owner of the land of the oil and gas. As I have also declared, you can drill, but only 10 meters from the surface down below. Only 10 meters because at the 10:01 meters, it belongs to the sovereignty. You do that? Can you not see the powerful authority that is in the hands of the Queen? I may not be implementing that severity, but wait and see. That's what you want to see. I will do so. After that, I have went through the instruction of Ama Ali and Ama Pandala. I brought Sultan Kelly to Davao. That was the time that Ama Pandala would like to recognize the son to sit into power as his direct successor as Sultan of Maguindanao. Again, direct succession, not as a claimant. Not as a claimant at all. So by that, we have nothing in our pocket, but I need to put everyone in a good atmosphere, at least a drink, something to drink, because they have traveled from Maguindanao, from far places, just to see me. And in that, I was able to welcome our developer, Dato Bong Rosales, and then the Governor Higyawan. I'm sorry to hear that he is dead, because they have not seen the substance. They thought it is just the passage, because they were carried away by the claimants. And that I am saddened, because they die in vain. Many of them, and many to die in the next few weeks. Mind you, I am not a prophet, but I can feel it, because justice must be served. So this is the thing that made me really realize that in this life, you've got to be precise in every agenda that we are going to do in the service of the human race. So in November 11, 2011 in Davao, we were able to sign some physical agreement. And I know this was used by other groups. But at least there is something to see and to validate. And it is part of the book, because the IPRA law was tackled because of the governor who presented as the governor of the tribal. And here comes another governor came explaining that he is not true, whatever it is. But me, I just put it that it is part of my documentary. That is the one that makes me in the eye of the global earth, because I have done my process in the most legitimate way. After that, I really asked our ancient ancestors, because I declared the Dragon Age from November 11 up to July 3rd, 2023. Because that was the time that I have also to find the legitimacy in my relationship with China. Upon my declaration, the witnesses was astounded because of the voice from somewhere that erupted, that everyone stood up because they thought there is fire. But it was the signal that my declaration was accepted by my family in the China Imperial Court. And that is the code of 11-11-11, wherein I was embraced by the grandfather Lilichon, Huzhongkoa of the United Nations, and same with the World Bank. Because the proof, we have seen the dragons, blue, white, red, into the air, and celebrating that the granddaughter finally came out. See? Can you do that? Even if you will do everything you want, if there is no blessing from them, there will be no manifestation in return to be shown to you. But Queen has in all aspects. So after that declaration, so it was documented and it was given to Malacanang and emissaries came. But however, sad to say, red tape is red tape. So after that, more blockages from the top ranks, more threats came, more problems came, just really to make Queen suffer. And there comes when I have really to ask myself, because even the black magic arrived with all the insect in my house, in all this poison came, wherein both of us, Raja Mamay and I, cannot breathe anymore because they want us to die for their claim to be protected. That's what had happened. So this is the thing that I am telling you, people of the world. I had been working endlessly to give you the foundation, to give you the knowledge so that you will be able to analyze, discover for yourself that up to now, they are trying to block the truth because they are in power, in conspiracy with the cabal, Illuminati, ISIS. Now, it was written clearly in the documents of Gloria Arroyo in their conspiracy with Vatican. And slowly, it is being exposed why they have supported the bomb from Vatican and why representatives went to Vatican, because from Vatican they have to fight to Madrid and let Malaysia support it. Even if you use the whole world against me, with the help of the heavens, and with the help of the Lemurian kingdoms, and with the help of my ancient ancestors in China, in Lupasu, and of the Maharlikans, I will win, because I hold the truth. I hold the truth, rather, because I know I must win, so that peace and prosperity will reign in this new world of the golden age, not the new world order that you cabal, ISIS, Illuminati are designing to enslave humanity. That is not the one. This is the order from the sovereign court of the divinity to put this golden age into peace and prosperity. I was hoping then that December will be the greatest December in 2011. 9, 10, 11. I am like a cow with all the effort, really pushing everywhere, so that they will know and find the final solution. But still, in December, they have made some problems in me. It is there that I have retracted some of my way of saying. Retraction, because they are pushing me so that they will have to hurt Raja Mamay. But they didn't know that retraction of word, because they have seen that my passport is only Helen Panolino, because I did not submit my marriage certificate from Lupasug, my marriage certificate from Philippine Islands, my marriage certificate from Borneo. You see? You got misled. I trick you, but that is spiritual warfare. Because if you have known, I know that you will pattern the same. You will do the same. Like what is happening to those queens trying to be me. Because they thought I don't hold anything. They thought I have done anything. I just pop up from nowhere. Didn't know that before I was born, I have already my crown. And I'm just right now putting this crown into proper perspective, wherein I have my crown received as the Queen of the Raja Sulaiman of Maguindanao with the Incan spirit. You see, every year is a process wherein I earned my fruit of labor, my sleepless night with the crown that divinity is giving me. You will see that this is a process. This is a way how to implement the truth and justice. I know that sometimes the world is really having all this questioning mind. I am working and trying to do the broadcast so that the world will know that there is a world leader that will lead the whole world as direct succession from the second. It's not mine. It is the enchanted who gave me. It was my godfather, Angel Gabriel, Siti Mariam, Ina Pindalidayan, who really give me this title, Elizabeth III. Ligwasan is the power, the authority of the Incan spirit, the enchanted, the land of the fairies, the land of the fairies, the land of our ancient ancestors. That is how Queen works. That you people failed to see. I had been in communion with them. That's why that Black Fatima documents is very important, wherein someone took it and she is now, as reported, 6 feet below the ground. And I have still one to consider to come along with her, the one who really made me cry because I thought she is a family. But because of Siroy, because of that lady, a claimant of Marcos' asset, they even make forgery, falsification of public documents by producing passport to become a Marcos and to become a Kiram. You wait, the law will be running after you because that is misrepresentation, forgery, and falsification of public documents. They did not know that all of this are being prepared. The escalation of all the evidences that has been collected is already in the hands of the Queen. 2011 is the saga wherein I almost got killed, ready to be sucked and put to be devoured by the crocodiles of their zoo. Thank you. I was able to surpass that. I was able to make my way out. And you know what? Bringing Rajamamay everywhere, a Malaysian, is already something. But Queen has the ability to do the business, to do the mission that no countries would defy the legalities. I'd been through, I had been fighting, but didn't even realize I am from the inside, so that when the insider knows, it is easy for the majority to follow. I would like to recommend these mechanics to all my leaders. Do not let yourself be known. Let the people behind you, at the back of you, in front of you, recognize you. That is the basis of leadership. Because if we will be saying, I, and myself, that is self-interest. Let your self-esteem be known to the world and let them recognize you. And as I remember why Pinoy, the ex-president Benigno Simeon Aquino III, had committed in the Zamboanga standoff for him to win the Nobel Peace Prize. That's what I knew. At the expense of the killings, you want to be known and be awarded? That is a crime. And many more are coming out because they want to be known by killing somebody or being put into, drama. The drama of Zamboanga stand-up, wherein accordingly Hataman was paid that it will just only last for 3 days. But they were not able to control because it was heightened by so many aspects, interference of other armed groups that led to the total destruction of the Zamboanga main. Now, these are the things that you should realize. From there, I have stayed myself from Liguasan to Lambayong to Takurong to Jansan. In there, imagine how Kagi Murad really made a mess of me. Even my friends denied me, put me to shame, because they thought that I am indeed a faker and nobody, that I cannot combat the ARMM. We know the Game of Thrones ever since, but I have lost many friends. I have lost many families. I have lost my associates, my business counterparts, because of my loyalty to this mission. I have lost my money, now filled with debts, because I am loyal to what I believe. And I have to do this, not to prove to you, but to complete this mission task to me by God, by Allah Himself. That is the difference. If I win, you win. But this opportunist people, they come to me, then all of a sudden, they come to the barn And then somebody came with a checkbook, with the documents, name dropping the office of the president, naming that they are with the president. They called the president, and now they are saying that the president is helping them. So they have to pay the 100 pesos. Which of this, at first, they throw on to me? But if only you become loyal to what you believe, you're going to help me, than being swayed by this opportunist. The opportunists will always be there to mislead you, because they are good in their tongues. They are good, sweet people. But now I have gained my way of acceptance that not all are of benefit to this mission. That's, I need to say no. And luckier I am in the foreign lands operating, so that I could help more. I could spread more of what had happened. And for the world to decide that they are all wrong and I am right in the principle that I have done my day-to-day mission in trying to win the Game of Thrones. They are claimants. I am not contesting. They are the one contesting. They are the contender because I have what they do not have. They are refuting because I am speaking the truth, but they are losing because truth will always win. They are disputing my right because right from the beginning, they have no right even to claim. That is the biggest difference, my dear people of God. They have put me in their box so that they can manipulate me. They can just simply do something to dictate me. But they didn't know that during the night, I asked the grandfather, I asked him to do something. I don't want to be hurting people, but it is far better to be silent and do not even put out a word that will give them the power to use it against you. Silence is a secret weapon for you to win in this battle of war, of chaos, of violence, and in putting peace and order, because we know that God is our armor, truth is our banner, and justice is our passage to achieve our goal. As I keep on saying, our goal is to free our fellow men from the bondage of poverty, from the claws of the politician, of the cabals, from hunger, and most of all, we know that we are winning because God, Allah, is with us. As I am saying this, firecrackers has been in front of my eye, and you can see that's a wonderful manifestation that I am attuned to the world, that what I say is relevant and productive. the mission is the global resolution of financial crisis. And with Apulakay, I'm sure it will be done in the most gracious way. The resolution of the climate change. Once we have the funds, we can do something. And we will do so upon the signing of all the agreements of the world to fix our environment. As the queen of the environment, the Mother Nature, it is our obligation to protect the Mother Earth. And that is one of the global resolution that I have really stipulated from day one of this mission, and came out of the blue. I have been saying that we need to save each and everyone. So came the tragedy of the medical tyranny, with the knowledge that I become the critical target of such, especially when I experience how they really hammered me and how they really programmed that I will be put in their facility and put me slowly into their own machination of death in the name of medical tyranny. Thank you. But all of this was surpassed because I know that I can be more tenacious, can be more courageous when I know my loved ones are at stake. I am a defender not only of my family, not only of Rhadaa, but the entire sovereignty. And what is the sovereignty that God has given me? The global earth. And I thank you, Grandfather. You are always watching me, and you can see the difference. I know it is taxing to be always having all of this, because as I recall, my body is also reacting because of the past that really hurt me most. When I have nothing to eat, when I have no bed to sleep, when I have all the detractors everywhere, when I have all the killers ready to devour me. And I thank those killers who died for me for not obeying the one who sent me to kill. Thank you, Spirit of God, Spirit of Allah, for making me always alive and for making me always ready to spread the good news of salvation. I am a different missionary of today, and I know I am blessed by Him who sent me. So therefore, continue listening so that you will see for yourself and you could decide in the next few days who is who and who will be dethroned in the Game of Thrones. Good morning, good evening. Thank you very much. Masalam.
Maraming salamat po sa inyong pagsubaybay. Maraming salamat po sa inyong pagmamahal at pagsuporta sa ating mahal na Haring Rhadaa Mamay. At sa mahal na Inang Reynang Helen Abdurajak Elizabeth III. Please like the video to support, at inyong i-share sa inyong social media communities. At kindly subscribe kung kayo po ay bago sa aking YouTube channel. God bless.